If you're over 60 and still feel like clutter is running your life, it's not your fault. Millions of seniors spend hours, sometimes entire weekends, trying to declutter. But at the end of the day, their homes look just as crowded as before. Why? Because they've fallen into the same 7 time-wasting traps. Here's what's coming up. One of these mistakes actually makes your home more cluttered, not less. Another tricks your brain into thinking you're making progress, when really you're just shuffling piles. And the last tip, well, that one might completely change how you think about letting go forever. Stick with me until the end, because once you know how to avoid these mistakes, you'll declutter faster, feel lighter, and finally enjoy the peaceful home you deserve. Welcome back to the channel, where we help seniors create a calmer, simpler life after 60. I've helped thousands of older adults transform their homes, and I see these same mistakes again and again. They aren't small slip-ups, they are time traps that turn what should be a weekend project into months or even years of frustration. So let's break them down. Mistake number 1, organizing before deciding. This one catches almost everyone. You walk into a messy room and think, I'll tidy this up. So you start stacking magazines, folding clothes you haven't worn in years, or labeling boxes filled with things you're not even sure you want. It feels productive, but it's really the opposite. You're polishing clutter. I had a client, Helen. She spent weeks organizing her sewing supplies, every button in a jar, every thread color-coded. But here's the thing, she hadn't sewn in 7 years. She wasn't decluttering, she was decorating the problem. The fix, use the decision first rule. Before you organize, ask, do I love this? Do I use this? Does this fit my life today? If it doesn't pass the test, don't organize it. Let it go. Mistake number 2, donation perfectionism. This one comes from good intentions. You don't just want to get rid of stuff, you want it to go to the perfect home. The old textbooks should go to a school, the vintage cookware to a collector, the broken lamp to someone handy. So you keep boxes stacked in the garage labeled research donation options, and weeks turn into months. Here's the truth. Donation centers are experts. They know how to sort, price, and place items faster than you ever could. The fix, pick 3 donation outlets, maybe Goodwill, maybe Habitat for Humanity, maybe one local charity. Everything goes there. Unless something is worth hundreds, don't research, don't overthink. Donate it and move on. Mistake number 3, the just-in-case storage trap. This one is sneaky. You tell yourself, I'll keep this just in case. Extra linens for guests who never come. Old clothes for the day you lose weight. Kitchen gadgets for recipes you don't cook anymore. One client, Margaret, turned her basement into a mini department store. Every shelf neatly labeled. But 80% of it hadn't been touched in 3 years. She wasn't saving things for emergencies. She was saving her fears. The fix, flip the question. Stop asking, what if I need this someday? Start asking, how does this improve my life today? When you choose today over just in case, clutter finally disappears. Mistake number 4, decluttering the same space over and over. Have you ever tackled the same closet or drawer a dozen times? That's decluttering Groundhog Day. You look at the same items, you shuffle them around, and you tell yourself, next time I'll decide. But here's the catch. The more times you see something, the harder it is to let it go. Psychologists call it the mere exposure effect. The fix, decision courage. Each item gets one chance, keep it or release it. No maybe pile, no I'll think about it. If you really can't decide, put it in a sealed decision box with today's date. If you don't open it in 6 months, donate everything inside, unopened. Mistake number 5, holding on because it was expensive. This one hurts. Maybe it's a treadmill that cost £2,000. Maybe it's a dining set that cost even more. The money is already gone. Keeping it doesn't bring that money back. It only costs you stress and space every single day. The fix, calculate cost per use. If you bought a treadmill for $2,000 and used it 50 times, that's 40 pounds a workout. Fair enough, but if it's been gathering dust for 3 years, it's now costing you peace of mind. The most expensive item in your house is the one you never use. Sometimes, the best way to honor a purchase is to let it go to someone who will. The most expensive item in your house is the one you never use. Sometimes the best way to honor a purchase is to let it go to someone who will. Mistake number 6, too many sorting categories. Here's another trap. You start pulling items out and you create pile after pile. Clothes by color, books by genre, papers by year. Suddenly your living room looks like a warehouse. One client, Nancy, even made a spreadsheet, every collectible item listed with price and value, weeks of work wasted, because in the end she donated almost all of it. The fix: keep it simple. 3 categories: keep, donate, trash. Maybe sell, but only if you commit to selling within 30 days. That's it. More categories just slow you down. Mistake number 7, feeling guilty about past purchases. This is the most exhausting trap of all. You look at an unused bread maker and think, why did I buy this? What a waste. But here's the truth. You are not the same person who bought that bread maker. At the time, it gave you hope. It gave you excitement. That purpose is complete. Holding on out of guilt doesn't make the purchase worthwhile. It just punishes you every time you see it. The fix: stop asking, why did I buy this? Start asking, what is keeping this cost me today? The money is already spent. What matters now is how your home feels. Imagine this. You stop polishing clutter. You stop hunting for perfect donation homes. You stop drowning in just-in-case bins and endless sorting piles. Instead, you become a decision maker. Your home feels lighter, your mind feels clearer, and your time finally belongs to you. That's the power of avoiding these 7 mistakes. So here's my challenge. Pick just one of these traps that sounds familiar. Skip it during your next decluttering session. Then come back and share your results in the comments. I read every one. If this video helped, give it a like. It really helps other seniors find this advice. And don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you never miss strategies for living simpler, freer, and happier after 60.